Good afternoon, my dear viewers. I am Padmini. I welcome you all to this live session. Today, we are going to discuss preposition. You can see a sentence on the board. The book is the table. The book is the table. No doubt, this is a sentence, but this gives us a ridiculous meaning. The book is the table is the book. So something is missing here. So what is missing here? A simple word on is missing here. The book is on the table. So what is on? Obviously, on is a preposition. So what is a preposition? Preposition means a preposition is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun to show its relationship with other words of the same sentence. It's known as preposition. So there are many prepositions like on, for, of, into, out of, behind, across, among, through. These all are known as the prepositions. So when we talk about prepositions, there are three types of prepositions like simple preposition, compound preposition and phrase preposition. So what is simple preposition? Simple prepositions are independent prepositions or the prepositions which consist of one word is known as the simple preposition, which is also known as independent preposition or single prepositions. For example, in, at, on, to, for, from, up, these all are known as the simple prepositions. Then what is compound prepositions? Compound means join together. So when two simple prepositions we combine together to form a new preposition is known as the compound prepositions. For example, in. When we join to with it, it becomes into. So into is known as the compound preposition. Like into, out of, up to, within, these all are known as the compound prepositions. Some adverbs can be used as prepositions like beside, across, behind. These are used as the prepositions also. So these words also known as compound prepositions as well as the adverbs. Then next, that is phrase preposition. So what is a phrase preposition? When a group of words used with the force of a single preposition is known as the phrase preposition. For example, in front of, according to, in order to, in place of, by dint of, these all words are known as the phrase prepositions because these words are bound to take the same prepositions. Have you ever seen that is written according of? Nowhere. We have not seen anywhere else. That is according to. Like this, in front of, by dint of, in place of. So these are known as the phrase prepositions. So these are the types of prepositions. Let us go and learn about the classification of prepositions. Prepositions are classified into three. They are prepositions of time, prepositions of place and prepositions of location and direction. So first we are going to discuss prepositions of time. When we talk about prepositions of time, we talk about at, in, on, for, since, from, till, until, during, within, on time and in time. So let us discuss use of at. So at is used when we talk about exact time, schedule time or clock time. For example, I reached the railway station at 5 o'clock. Our school assembly starts at 7:40 a.m. So when we talk about the exact time, scheduled time, we must use the at. Next, at is used before the festivals and occasions. As we know that Dasahara, Holi, Christmas, these all are the festivals. So before the festivals, we have to use at. For example, we play with crackers at Diwali. We distribute cakes at Christmas. So whenever we talk about the festivals, we must use before at. At the same time, occasions like at New Year, at the wedding, at New Year. So when we talk about occasions, we must use the at. Next, before the meal time. As we know, we are taking 3 meals in a day. That is our breakfast, lunch and dinner. For example, my friend is always in a bad temper at breakfast time or at lunch time or at dinner time. So whenever we talk about the meals of the day, that may be breakfast, that may be lunch or maybe dinner, we must use at before them. Some other expressions where we used at, like at dusk, at dawn, at sunrise, at sunset, at noon, at midnight, at the daybreak. One exceptional case also there. For example, at night. We sleep at night. But when we talk about at midnight, at noon, it tells about the specific time or the exact time. Noon means it's 12 o'clock in the daytime. And midnight means it's 12 o'clock at night. So we use here at. But one exceptional case, that is night. And we always use at with night. So we sleep at night. Use of on. So on is used when we talk about particular days and dates. For example, India got independence on 15th August. I was born on 14th August 1979. Some other expression with on are. For example, on Christmas Day, on holidays, on birthday, on Diwali Day. He got many costly presents on his birthday. So question comes here to your mind. Now ma'am has said that at Dasahara, at Holi, at Christmas. How now ma'am is saying on Christmas Day, on Diwali Day. So the difference is day. When we use day with Christmas, day with Holi, day with Diwali, we must use on before them. For example, we play with crackers on Diwali Day. But we play with crackers at Diwali. So this is the difference. Next, on time, in time. So on time indicates at the arranged time, neither before nor after the fixed time. In other way we can say it indicates punctuality. I reached school on time. I reached the meeting on time. Means at the arranged time, neither before nor after the fixed time. Means it tells about the punctuality. But in time shows not late and within a comfortable span of time. For example, I reached the airport in time. Like I reached the examination center in time. Next, use of in. In is used when we talk of periods of time such as months, years, seasons, parts of the day, long duration. For example, India got independence in August. India got independence in August. So whenever we talk about the months, the name of the months like in January, in February, in March, in April, in May, in August, in September, in October, like this. So whenever we talk about the names of the months, we must use in before them. Like year, India got independence in 1947. So in 1947, in 2000, in 2020, in 2021. So whenever we use the years, we must use in before them. The same seasons. Age we know in summer season. In summer season, most of the people they visit to hill stations. Like in summer holidays, most of the people visit hill stations. Like age we know in this Koraput district. What happens in the winter season? We feel very cold. In winter season in this Koraput district. So when we talk about the seasons like in summer, in winter, in autumn, so before the names of the seasons we must use in. Some other expressions like parts of the day. When we talk about the parts of the day, means morning, afternoon, evening. So in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So we must use in before the parts of the day. In is used to say how soon something happens and how long something takes to happen. For example, I will return in 5 minutes. I will see you again in a month. Next, for and since. Since indicates the point of time and for indicates the period of time. And both this for and since, they always used with the perfect tenses. For example, I have been working in this institution since 2004. I have been working in these institutions for 16 years. So in the first sentence, I have used since 2004. So 2004, a point of time, an exact time. But when I talk about 16 years, I have given here the period of time. So for is always used with the period of time and since is always used with the point of time. Next, from and to. From is used to indicate the time when the action begins and to is used to indicate the time when the action ends. For example, our school remains open from 7:30 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. Like Mr. Sharma was the president of the club from 2011 to 2013. Next, during. During is used to indicate an action taking place through a given period of time. For example, the sun gives us light during the day. Our whole family enjoyed a lot during the summer vacation. Okay viewers, let us do some activities. Be ready and I need your response in the comment section. Okay, so let us read the question. Use the prepositions on, in, at with the time expressions. For example, February, midnight, Christmas Day, 1999, Wednesday, the morning. I need the answers. Hurry up. Hurry up. I need your response. Okay. February. Good. In February. Midnight. Yes, very good. At midnight. Christmas Day. Yes, very good. On Christmas Day. 1999. Good. In 1999. Wednesday. On Wednesday. The morning. In the morning. Very good. Now we will go with another activity. Insert suitable prepositions in the blank space. Number 1. They have lived in this town days 5 years. The farmers have been working in the field days 10 o'clock. The employees stopped working days the night. The players practiced in the field days 4 p.m., days 6 p.m. And the last number, that is, he looked as if he had not slept days weeks. I need your response. I need your answers in the comment section. Quick, hurry up. They have lived in this town days 5 years. Yes? Good. For 5 years. Very good. The farmers have been working in the field days 10 o'clock. Good. That is since 10 o'clock. Very good. The employees stopped working days the night. Yeah? During the night. Very good. The players practiced in the field days 4 p.m., days 6 p.m. From 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Very good. He looked as if he had not slept days weeks. 4 weeks. Very good. Next, prepositions of place. So, preposition of place indicates the position of something or gives us information about the place where it is kept or lies. Like at, in, on, among, between, over, above, under, below. These all are known as the prepositions of place. So now we will discuss use of at. So at is used with a specific house, place of residence, building, a village or a small town. For example, my friend lives at a 92 Lingaraj Nagar. So I waited at the bus stop for 2 hours. Like he lives at Barniput. So when we talk about a specific house like A92 Lingaraj Nagar, like the specific place like at the bus stop, the same at Barniput. As we know, Barniput is a small village. So at Barniput. So at is also used position at a point. For example, at the corner or at the center. For example, my house is at the corner of the street. My house is at the corner of the street. So when position at a point, like at the corner, at the center, we must use at. Next, at is used before the names of group activities, like at a party, at school, at the top, at the bottom, at the concert, at the railway station, at the bus stop. So when we talk about the names of group activities, we must use at before them. Next, at is used where people studied. For example, my father studied at Utkal University. So whenever we talk about where the people studied, we must use there at Utkal University. But my father lives in Cuttack but studied at Utkal University. So we say at the age of, at a speed of or at a temperature of. For example, he died at 30. He died at 30 means he died at the age of 30. For example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Means at a temperature. Here we talk about the temperature. Means 100 degrees Celsius. So water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Like he was driving the car at 120 miles an hour. He was driving the car at 120 miles an hour. Means it is speed of. Next, use of in. In is used to indicate a larger area, bigger towns or three-dimensional space. Three-dimensional space means what? Dimensional space means height, then length and width. For example, in a shop. We live in India. I live in Jaipur, in Africa. I kept money in the bag. So whenever we talk about the larger area, bigger towns, the three-dimensional space, we use before in. For example, we will get the difference here. In a shop, it is shop. So what is the difference between this? I met my friend in a shop. I met my friend at a shop. Whenever we tell that I met my friend in a shop, means you are inside the shop. But when you say that I met my friend at a shop, means at a shop means near the shop. For example, you are waiting your friend near a shop. So you are saying that, okay, you come here. I am here at a shop. Means you are not inside the shop. You are outside of the shop and you are very near or very close to the shop. So you can say, you can meet me at a shop. Or I met my friend at a shop. Next, prepositions of place is on. So on is used to say that something is resting on in contact with the surface. For example, we can see a big painting on the wall. Like on a line. Cuttack is on the river Mahanadi. Cuttack is on the river Mahanadi means on the line. So we can say, I can see a big spider. I can see a big spider on the ceiling. So when something is resting on in contact with the surface, we use their on. Some other expressions like on the left side, on the right side, on a coast, on a map, then on a menu, like on a bus, on a train, but in my car, in a taxi. So we generally use by to say how someone travels, like by bus, by train, by car, like that. But when we used a, my or the before this, then we generally use on or in. Like on a bus, but by bus. On a, in my car, but on a car, in a car. Like by car. So question comes here when we are using on a bus, on a train, but we are using in my car or in a taxi. It is means we can say here when bus or train means it is the big things, very big things. That is the reason we are using their un. But when we talk about the car or we taxi, we talk about the compact or a closed small space. That is the reason we are using here in. But when we talk about the larger space like bus and train, we use their on. On a bus, on a train, but in my car and in a taxi. Next, that is among and between. So what is among and between? Among is used when we talk about more than two persons. And between is used when we talk about two persons. For example, February. February comes between January and March. February comes between January and March. But my grandmother always sits among her grandchildren. So here, when we talk about more than two persons or things, we use their among. But when we talk about only two persons, then we use their, or two persons or things, we use their between. For example, I have too many chocolates. I have too many chocolates, or I brought many chocolates. So if I will say distribute the chocolates between Geeta and Nita. But I can say distribute the chocolates among the students. Next, that is over and above. Over and above means higher than something. Can you see the helicopter over above the palace? Can you see this helicopter over above the palace? Means when we talk about above, that is not directly over, and which is not directly over, we can use their above, or we can say above will be the right choice here. For example, we have got a little house above the lake. We have got a little house above the lake. So when we talk about not directly over, then we must use their above. For example, above the sea level, above the clouds. Then over. Over means covering. He put on a coat over his pajama. So when we cover something, so he put on a coat over his pajama. Next, when we talk about age, speed, then more than, we must use their over. When we talk about age, you have to be over 18 to see this film. You have to be over 18 to see this film. So here we talk about the age. So we must use here over 18. Next comes speed. My brother was driving at 100 km per hour. So here we are talking about the 100 kilometers means we talk about the speed. So at 100 kilometers, my brother was driving at 100 kilometers per hour. So there were over 1 lakh people at the meeting. So here we talk about more than. So over 1 lakh people at the meeting. Next, under and below. Under and below means lower than something. So when not directly under, that is below. For example, the sun had disappeared below the horizon. The sun had disappeared below the horizon. So when we talk about temperature, measurement and height, we must use their below. For example, the temperature is 3 degrees below 0. Like the plane come down below the cloud. And under. Under means covered. The whole village is covered, or the whole village is under water. The whole village is covered by water. Or we can say the whole village is under water. Under means covered. What are you wearing? What are you wearing under your sweater? So we use under to mean less than or younger than. For example, there were under 200 students in my class. So there were under 200 students in my class. So here I mean less than. Means I mean here less than 200 students. Under 200 students means less than 200 students. Like, you cannot see the film if you are under 18. You cannot see the film if you are under 18. Means here you talk about the younger than. You are younger than 18. So you are under 18. So my dear viewers, we will go with some activities. Okay. So now complete the following activity by matching the prepositions with their respective meanings. Okay. In column A, that is at, in, on, and in column B, that is a surface, you can see, a point in space and an area. So I need your response, quick response. I need the answers in this comment section also. Quick, hurry up. So at, what is the meaning of at? At means a point in space. Very good, correct answer. Then in, that is an area. Oh, very good. And on, a surface. Very good. So let us go with another activity. Complete the sentences using the prepositions in, or, at, or on. There is some sugar, dash the shelf, dash the cupboard. Number 2. There are 3 books, dash the table. The old man is standing, dash the gate. He put the money, dash his pocket. They will meet the players, dash the dining table. Okay. I need the answers in this comment section, quick. Number 1. There is some sugar on the shelf in the cupboard. Good. Number 2. There are 3 books, dash the table, on the table. Very good. Number 3. The old man is standing, dash the gate, at the gate. Yeah, very good. He put the money, dash his pocket. He put the money. Yes. I need the answers. Quick. Yes, he put the money in his pocket. Very good. They will meet the players. Dash the dining table. At the dining table. Yeah, very good. Next, the third one, that is prepositions of location or direction, or we can say motion. This denotes the direction or movement of persons or things with respect to something else. For example, my friend went to the library. That train came out of the tunnel. So here we can see the prepositions of location or direction are into, along, across, towards, to, by. Next, that is prepositions of location, direction, or we can call it also motion. And it denotes the direction or movement of persons or things with respect to something else. For example, my friend went to the library. For example, the train came out of the tunnel. So we can see this into, out of, along, across, towards, with, by. These are the examples of prepositions of location or direction. For example, into. Into indicates movement towards the interior of something. For example, the dolphin jumped into the water. I threw some stones into the river. So when something is in action or in movement or going towards the interior of something, then we use the into. Next, that is along. So along is used to indicate the movement from one end to the other end. For example, we walked along the road. Another example, I have planted trees all along the boundary of my house. So when along is used, the movement from one end to the other end. Like across. Across is used to indicate movement from one side to the other side of something. For example, the children are playing across the playground. We walked across the road. Means across means from one side to the other side of something. And along means from one end to the other end of something. The difference between these two, along and across. Along means one end to the other end. And across means from one side to the other side. Towards and to. Both are examples of prepositions of location and direction. So what is the difference between these two? Towards and to. For example, I am going to school. I am going towards the school. So I am going to school means that's my destination. I am going to school. But I am going towards the school. Means here, school is not my destination. I am going somewhere else. Not to school. So like this, towards is used to mean in the direction of something. And to is used to indicate destination. So for example, I saw a monkey coming towards me. He is going towards school. I am going to school. We say by bus, by train, by car, but on foot. For example, I went to church on foot. Means walk. Next, with. With is used to denote the instrument to do something. For example, I cut the vegetables with a knife. Knife is an instrument. So with a knife. Like, I write a letter. I write a letter with a pen. But we can say, I write a letter in ink. The difference, when we are using any instrument, then we must use their with. With a pen, but in ink. Next, out of. Out of is the opposite of into. For example, he walked out of the door. He walked out of the door. The train come out of the tunnel. So my dear viewers, let us go with some activities. Okay. Fill in the blanks with, along, across, by, towards, with. Okay. First number question. We have planted trees all dash the boundary. Number 2. The aeroplane crashed dash the sea. Number 3. We travelled from Mumbai to Goa dash ship. Number 4. When the child saw his parents, he ran dash them. Number 5. The boys climbed the rock dash the help of ropes. I need the answers in the comment section. Quick, hurry up. Okay. We have planted trees all along the boundary. Yes, correct answer. Number 2. The aeroplane crashed across the sea. Good. Number 3. We travelled from Mumbai to Goa by bus. Number 4. When the child saw his parents, he ran towards them. Towards. Yes, correct answer. Then number 5. The boys climbed the rock, dash the help of ropes. Yes. Yes, I need the answers. Yes, with the help of ropes. Very good. Some nouns, they followed by prepositions. For example, attitude. Attitude to. His attitude to his job is very negative. For example, a solution to. We will find a solution to this problem. Like invitation to, like sympathy with, interest in, demand for, contrast with, dislike for, relationship with, bar on, attention to, increase in. These are the examples. The nouns, they followed by prepositions. Adjectives followed by some prepositions. For example, afraid of. Children are afraid of snakes. Like fond of. Cats are fond of milk. Like good at. I am good at English. Some other expression like aware of, capable of, inferior to, pleased with, proud of, superior to, prefer to, satisfied with. Next, verbs followed by prepositions like shout at, borrow from, wish for, comply with, hide from, derive from, congratulate on, comment on, die of and die from. Both are correct. For example, he died of cancer. He died from snake bite. So whenever we talk about a digit, then we will use died of. So he died of cancer. But whenever we talk about other than digits, like he died from snake bite, or we can say he died from hunger. Some expressions without prepositions. Lord Ram married Sita Ma. But sometimes we have seen, or sometimes we are talking that Lord Ram married to Sita Ma. That is incorrect, or that is wrong, we can say. So some expression like discuss, enter, marry, like, resemble, approach, ask, tell, attack, answers. These are used without prepositions. For example, we must discuss our plan. We should not use here, we must discuss about our plan. We must discuss our plan. So not about. Like Lord Ram married Sita Ma. Not married to Sita Ma. Like I approach the principal man. Not I approach to the principal man. Not to. We should not use to here. Like he refused to answer me. He refused to answer to me, not. He refused to answer me. Like I could answer the question. I could answer the question. Like the dog attacked the child. And we should not use the dog attacked against the child. Like I asked him a question. Not I asked to him a question. I asked him a question. But always remember one thing here. I asked him a question. I told him a story. But I said to him a story. So whenever we are using said in place of asked or in place of tell, we must, or told, we must use to. I said to him a story. Okay? My dear viewers, before concluding this live session, we will go with another one activity. Okay? So, number 1, all children are fond days sweets. Number 2, he is always busy, days his books. Number 3, my brother has applied, days this job. Don't shout, days me. And another one, the book belongs, days me. And last one, I congratulated her, they said success in the examination. So I need the answers. I need the quick response. Hurry up, quick. Okay. Number 1. All children are fond of sweets. Very good. The number 2. He is busy. He is always busy with his books. Very good. The number 3. I need the answer in the comment section. I need quick response. Hurry up. My brother has applied for this job. Very good. Don't shout at me. Yeah, good. Next one. This book belongs to me. Very good. I congratulated her on her success in the examination. Yes, very good. So I hope you have understood this session. My dear viewers and learners, I hope you must have enjoyed this live session. If you enjoyed, like it, share it and subscribe my channel. Thank you.